Like I said, it's going to be chaos, but not really not getting a very long sleep.
That's so interesting. This is a picture to the front part of the temple, I think 150 years ago. Look, what is this? And what is this? What do you think? Yes, what? Houses. Exactly. Houses. So to go inside the temple, there was a village here. And the same case in Dandara temple in Abydos, all the Egyptian sites, the front part of the temple and the sides, and sometimes on top of the temple, there was houses. Okay, why that? Because we don't have space in Egypt. We don't have empty. No, because they wanted to feel the energy every day. Okay, huh?
It's the best place to live.
Exactly. Number two, don't think that being exposed to the energy every day is something good. No, too much is bad. Too little is bad also. So it is the right amount. So what they do, this man is outside now, outside the house. So he is feeling the energy. He is exposed to the energy. As soon they step inside, isolation. Mud brick is great isolated material for isolation. Okay? Because remember 62 different types of minerals. So this is great insulation material. So when they get inside, they don't get exposed to the energy. Because one simple question, why they didn't use limestone to build their houses? Because the same people in other location, like when they deep in the city, all the houses from blocks of limestones. But any house next to the ancient site must be from mud brick. Okay, they understood that fact from a long time. That mud brick is insulator material. Okay, so this is very clear evidence that our ancient or our great grandfathers, they knew about the real use of the site, healing and healing centers and places for energy. Okay. So we have one obelisk. We supposed to have two. If you want to see the second obelisk, you must travel to France, Paris, Concorde Square. You're going to see the second obelisk there. That obelisk was taken around 1840 by Gian Giovanni Belzoni. He was a tomb raider and then became Egyptologist. Okay, upgrade. Where is the Nile? Can you see these lights? The Nile is there. It's about like 300 meters. Okay? So this is the location of the obelisk. That is the Nile there. Listen carefully. So Belzoni managed to lean the obelisk and take it to a big ship there, which is 300 meters away. In how many days or how many months? In 6 months. From here to there. Shall I repeat that again? In 6 months. Huh?
All in one piece?
All in one piece, yes. Yeah. So in 6 months, he just moved 300 meters. And then they tell you they brought it from Aswan, which is 300 kilometers. Okay? So if we bought 300 meters, 300 kilometers, we bought 3 zeros, so they need 6,000 months to bring it from Aswan to here, according to the same scale, right? There are, look, by the way, when I didn't say they put it on the boat, they just went to the Nile side, and as soon as they built like a wooden dock, and as soon they moved over the dock, it was destroyed, and the obelisk sank into the water, and it stayed 2 years until they brought two big ships with two big bullies, and they took it out, and then they sent it to Alexandria, and from Alexandria to France. So the whole journey costed, with nowadays prices, like 20 million American dollars, 20 billion. Yes, 20 billions. So the French government were planning to take the two. After the too much cost, they said no, thank you. Okay.
Have they had to pay Egypt any compensation?
No,
for
they
that?
send us a new clock, like a London clock.
Yeah.
So we have one French, and from the time we receive it, it doesn't work.
As a nation, we've
Yes.
got so many treasures to overseas countries.
Of course, there are 17 obelisks outside Egypt, and about 5 only inside Egypt now. So it's 17 outside, 5 inside Egypt. Let's get close. Ah, yes, like windows.
Can you go in there, or did people go in there at one point?
It is closed. Yes, there is entrance.
But there is
no?
a thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Ah, yes, exactly. Door.
acupuncture
Very good.
point.
Doing what?
Well, what acupuncture does, it moves the energy around.
Very good. How do you know that?
I've had acupuncture.
Ah, okay. That is perfect. She said that it is like acupuncture, or why they call it obelisk. What does it mean, obelisk? Obelisk is the Greek word for big needle. So we have the needle, and there is a big needle. They use the people who do mattresses. The mattress, they use that long needle. So they call it obelisk. And in Arabic word, we call it masalla. Okay? So it is big needle or acupuncture, and it goes through the fabric. But the real needle, the cloth fabric, this one, the sky fabric, it absorbs the negative energy from the visitors who are going to cross through that gate. It's like gate. Okay? And release this energy, negative energy, to the sky, away. Okay? And also, because it is rose granite, will recharge your body with a certain magnet charge. Why? This temple, as I say, healing center. Okay? How come it heals your body? The temple is producing certain frequency. That frequency is reaching your body, fixing some problems, dealing with your heartbeat, dealing with the glands in your body. But there is a big problem that my need different from yours, different, but sorry, not the need. My frequency is different. Okay, my brain, because each one is, the brain is creating a kind of aura or like a protection field that is different from each person to another. The obelisk will delete that frequency and put you in a certain frequency like everybody else. So all of us, I'm not sure about that number, it's just an example. All of us will cross with the frequency 30 hertz. So that will be the good chance to the temple to affect us. But if there is no obelisk, we will all go inside with different hertz. The temple will deal with 1 or 2, and that's it. It will not be massive healing. So the function of the obelisk and the granite statues to make sure that every time we cross, we get altered and aligned with this frequency.
There's only one of them, and we know when you're getting half of it.
The what?
The other one's not there.
Now yes. The function is not very good now, or almost no function. That's why, remember, I was telling the 4 elements: design, material. So now we lost part of the material and the design. Okay? Carrying him, helping him to become the next pharaoh or the next official. Come this way. عامل ايه؟ ازيك يا ابو حميد؟ اخبارك؟ Okay, so when we look to that statue, the king is supposed to be sitting on his throne. Throne is like any normal chair, must have the back side as a chair. But now the back side is an obelisk. different from this. This is a regular chair. That is not regular chair. This is an obelisk behind the king. So the spine of the king is an obelisk. So this is like another way to tell us that the obelisk is used for healing, absorbing all the, even from the spine, from the whole body. Can you see it? Come, when you're way in, I want you to see this obelisk behind the king. We saw the obelisk and those granite statues. These granite statues 500 tons. Okay? Don't be surprised because we are going to see bigger tomorrow. 500 tons, one piece of a stone. So I relate the obelisk and the huge statues to prehistoric Egypt. So we talk about 80,000 BC. And then we have the temple itself from limestone. So that is dynastic. And my guessing that the original temple or the beginning of the temple is Old Kingdom. But unfortunately, all what we see are the writings from New Kingdom. Then this building, okay, is an ancient church, Coptic time. And that building above is a mosque. And outside on the right side we have a Greek structure. And we're going to see later Roman area. So did you count? Let's count again. 1, prehistoric. 2, dynastic. 3, Greco-Roman. Greek. 4, Roman. 5, Coptic. 6, Islamic. And 7, us, tourist attraction. Okay? So 6 layers in one place.
Wow.
This is the good example of the Egyptian history. This is very clear, my friends. We are talking about civilized, advanced technology. They can deal with hard material like rose granite, one piece of stone, and they did great carvings, as you can see, great details. And as I taught you at the Egyptian Museum, look to the hidden details. Come closer. As I told you at the Egyptian Museum, if you look to the tiny details, when you see it very clear, okay, this means high technology. When you see it look nice, but they try to be conservative because they don't want to break any pieces, then this is talent, this is good work, but not good technology. Primitive technology, but with great talent. So if you look to the toes, it was like deep enough to know that they didn't care about any pressure. They had sharp tool. They had advanced tool to do this cut. Okay, but if that was made by a manual tool, no, it will be shallow more than this. Because if they still hammer that space, suddenly it can crack and they can lose that finger or that toe. Then they had to bring another piece and start the work from zero. Okay, one piece of rose granite, one of the finest types of rose granite, weighing about 20 to 30 tons when it was one block. Okay, and here he is holding the same strange wand or object. Okay, it was you, Lisa, told me that this could be the papyrus roll. Lisa told me an interesting opinion that the two things, each one could be like a papyrus roll. Okay, and they two and the second one will go under the first, or one above the block and the second.
Just one of the bonds
Okay.
opens up,
Yes.
and it looks like papyrus. It looks like paper.
Like paper. Okay.
It's
So one will be opened, will be piece of paper.
You use the whilst looked up, which also has technology in it. Put the thing and it closes around the block.
Okay, so according to Lisa, which I agree 100% about what she says, that these two things are the anti-gravity sheet or paper. They stretch that one and they put it above the object they want to carry, and then that they have that wasp scepter with the head like this, and they lift the block or the other object and they put the second piece under, and then the stone will levitate. You know what? If she studied Egyptology, I would say she is making this up. But did you study Egyptology? I believe, yeah, because I know how they look. We have a story exactly like this during the Fatimite time in Egypt, around 800 AD. They say that the Fatimite is what we call them Shia Muslim in Egypt. Okay, they had a similar story that the Caliph summoned the high priest of Egypt, the Pope of Egypt, told him, it says in your Bible, if you have as much as tiny piece of mustard in your heart of faith, okay, the faith as mustard size or this in your heart, you talk to the mountain, tell the mountain move, the mountain will move. So he told him, move that mountain for me. And the Pope must have great faith in the heart, not that little size. So the Pope went to the church we visited last time and spent all the night praying. Virgin Mary appeared to him and told him, fetch or find Simon. He's the one who will do that miracle for you. So the story said that there was a group of Christian priests holding sheets in their hands, and they told the mountain levitate. So the mountain levitated like 1.5 meters, because people said they could see the light underneath, but it wasn't very high. And they were reading from these papers or sheets and walking, and the temple was walking in front of them. So that's why I agree with you. I believe that the Coptic story may be not true. It is like reproduction to ancient Egyptian story. They tried just to change the time and but my guessing that the story was based on true story. Okay, and now we have Lisa. She can confirm that for us. So levitation, anti-gravity, believe me, the only solution to explain these things, or at least to explain how they brought it from Aswan. We all saw that big truck, okay, carrying 5 or 6 blocks, each block maximum 1 ton. So what about this? What kind of truck we need to carry this piece?
And how you stand the obelisk here?
That is another story. Okay, that big story. Okay. So look to this statue. There are the cartouche in the middle, near the pelt, in the middle of the pelt. Can you see it?
Yeah.
But no other cartouche, right? Just one. That one on the right side, there is big cartouche under the sword. Here also another big cartouche, but not under the sword, above the sword. This one also above the sword. This one no cartouche, no second cartouche. So like, what is going on? Why they are not the same? Why they are not identical? This is what I'm talking about. That the poor priest, in my opinion, or the poor artist, like hardly finished this cartouche. So when the king came to punish him, like, you stupid, why you made it the wrong place? He told him, like, hell to you, I like hardly managed to carve this, because this is too much work to carve names in that good quality on granite. It takes weeks. So if the carving the name takes weeks, what about carving the whole statue? Okay. If it is mud, we would say a stamp, but this is so this must be done manually. Okay, let's go inside. Power tool ever can produce this perfect symmetrical detail. No, it's impossible. And also I want you to pay attention to the style of art. This is what we call it the idealistic style of art. What is the idealistic style of art? It seemed that in ancient Egypt they had also great gym. So they know about muscles. Either the arm muscle, the shoulders, the breast, the abdomen, the muscles of the knee and under the knee, the legs. And if you go around the statue behind, you will see the muscles of the arm from the back side, the tri muscle. So they were masters in showing all the anatomy and the muscles of the king. Idealistic school of art. That school of art existed in Old Kingdom and in New Kingdom. The connection between many elements. The Nile, both are the Nile. Remember when I was talking about Akhenaten and he has the title Inik Habi, I am happy. This is Habi. That fatty, rich, fertile person. Okay? Because he is the Nile. And this would be the two lungs. We don't know for whom, they say the king, but we are not sure. And the air pipe connected with lotus and papyrus. By the way, when we say lotus for high consciousness, yes, but you must be careful by when you use lotus, if we have the real lotus. That's why they add some drops of papyrus to balance the liquid, because lotus is pure feminine, papyrus is masculine. Okay, so they must have that kind of mix, like 10 drops of lotus, 2 drops of papyrus. Okay, papyrus. Remember, open means what? Yeah. Revealing the secrets. What kind of secrets? So next to each pillar, there was a priest and a group of students making a small circle, and he was teaching them. Okay, so what that kind of teaching lasted till the Islamic time. Inside the mosque, you find that next to each pillar we have that kind of small circle of education. Open your mind to receive. Of course, the 14 phases of the moon. Isn't it? Especially during the night.
I'm really happy that I got those.
Yes, yes, magical.
Yes, 100% right. Not that I didn't trust you, I did trust you.
I understand. I understand.
They used to do like ceremonies. Obviously, this is for initiates, but
Of course.
did they like? Because this is a big courtyard, so would they have used this for some sort of
Healing groups or healing process.
Have you had anything significant happen to yourself here?
Many times. And many times I take photos for myself with millions of orders.
Yes.
Question. So we must understand that the place in the original days, prehistoric days, was free for everybody, except the Holy of the Holies. That was the most, let's call it dangerous part, or the part they must be very careful how to use it. But everything, all the other places were available for all the people. But when the dynasties were in control, it became more like business. So you pay more, you get more inside. So you pay less, you stay outside. You pay nothing, you don't enter the place. Okay? So it was playing like filter. But also during the original days, there was like massive healing ceremonies. But during the dynasties, it took the shape of celebrations, festival. Let's celebrate Amon-Ra birthday. Let's celebrate this, celebrate that. The priest understood the fact, but he didn't want the people to think that they come to feel the energy because of the sight. No, they felt the energy because the priest at the end told them, I place you my children. So it is the priest, the power from the priest, not the power from the sight. But it is the power from the sight. How? When Egypt became Christian country, I can tell you that all the churches were built in the first 2 centuries were built next or inside ancient sites, like that one I just told you. So how come? Like why they did that? If it is new religion and this is supposed to be old religion, they must be separate. They must build far away. But no, they know that this is the best location for energy, and they wanted their followers to feel the energy. Okay. Second thing, in 3 months, not 3 months, 5 months ago, they made that celebration I'm talking about, opening that shortcut between this temple and Karnak temple, and they did great performance. When I saw it, immediately I remembered the ancient, or like I imagined that was the same way in the ancient times. The priest, to fake the story, they made great celebrations. People were walking for almost 3 kilometers, okay, feeling all the energies, but they thought this is the joy of the feast. This is the joy of drinking and having fun. No, it was the energy of the place. So this is one of the sites. They may come here every day, or certain day every week, certain day every month, certain day every year. 21st of December. That is the best day every year for this complex, this temple and Karnak temple. Okay. Let's go inside.
Are the pillars all from pharaohs? Are these Greek and the other ones are?
No, all ancient Egyptians.
All of them?
Yes, this is what we call it closed papyrus flower.
An example of how sometimes the guide can be misleading. Last time when I came, I did this temple with a different guide. The purpose was just for tourists. He said that these pillars were Greek, and the other ones, because of the lotus flower, they were built in the older dynasty.
Okay.
And that's the old, and then they start. Sorry, that's the old, and then it's new.
Okay, look, I want to defend him. I think he was not talking about. He was talking about the inside pillar, those 2 pillars. Are you sure he was talking about these pillars?
He was talking about the design in the end of each pillar.
Are you sure? Because inside those small pillars inside are Roman pillars.
Okay. Yeah, those ones are Roman.
So maybe he was misled, or he didn't manage to explain the story for you. Because I would easily attack him and say stupid, but no.
Yeah.
I think that will be too stupid to say that.
Yeah.
Is there any evidence that there was ever a roof on
No. The roof is not required because they need the sun. This is the temple for Amon Ra, and Amon related to the sun, so they need the sun. But if the temple is related to a neter or goddess for resident or something else, then maybe they don't need the sun. But sun is a main element in this place. Okay, so Muhaymin, this is pure Egyptian, like 1000%, no doubt of that. But I think he was talking about these 2 pillars, what we call it the Corinthian crown or Corinthian capstone.
Are there any underground bits of this at all?
Of course. I know some, but they deny. So this place was redesigned. They add like plaster layer, like can you see here? They hide all the carvings and they add this layer of plaster, and they made some drawings, but that layer fell apart and we managed to see the original carvings, and that door was closed, so they tried to convert this place to a Roman chapel. See that the pillar is not perfect, is not smooth, is not 360 degrees, it has bumpy shapes. But if you have the chance in later trip to go to Alexandria, you're going to see a pillar there, the biggest pillar in the whole world, 24 meters high, weighing almost 800 tons from one single piece of rose granite.
Ooh.
Round, better than what?
Giant.
Yeah. when you, if Lisa will go to Alexandria, when you take picture next to that pillar there, exactly like this, and the human size will be like this. Truly, I'm not joking, like this size. Okay. Let's get inside. So it seemed that Amenhotep III did like his grandmother, Queen Hatshepsut, because his great-grandmother, his mother, Mutamoya, was not from the blood chain, the royal blood chain. She was outside the royal blood family. And maybe also she was not Egyptian. Maybe she was Babylonian, because Amenhotep II was a great warrior and he invaded many countries, like his grandfather Ahmose, and he married many princesses from each country in order to bring peace to Egypt. So Mutamoya, that lady, is the mother of Amenhotep III. It seemed that something like strange happened, and he wanted to make sure that the people accept him as legitimate ruler. So he did the same like Hatshepsut. He claimed that his real father is Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra slept the night with Mutamoya, and the result was Amenhotep III. So now he doesn't need any royal blood because he has divine blood. Of course, these kind of propagandas must be accepted by whom? The priest. It's every bad thing or problem or conspiracy, the priest. So the priest and the high priest said, yes, I had a vision, and Amon-Ra came to me and talked to me and said, take care of my son, help my son, protect, and the name of that son was Amenhotep III. So here they show Amon-Ra and Mutamoya, and up there they show that the king is welcoming the boat, sacred boat or bark of Amon-Ra coming from Karnak Temple. So it will leave from here first, and all the nations following the boat, and then will come back at night, and all the nation will. So this will be the beginning and the end. Okay, lots of lotus. That again very important to raise the consciousness and the intelligent level of the followers. But that was not given to anybody. It was given to certain people. Yes, this is deep philosophy. This room designed by Amenhotep III originally, but the name we can read is Alexander the Great, or Alexander, but we know that this is Alexander the Great. Okay, who put the name? The priest. Okay, why? This is the game I'm talking about. Alexander the Great came to Egypt as great warrior, right? Great fighter. Some brave person who doesn't fear anything, okay? That is dangerous person to deal with. So the priest tried him and he was talking to him, so he found that he also ambitious man. So that was his gate to go to the heart and the mind of Alexander. How? He told him, you came from Macedonia as great human. In Egypt you will be divine. You are the son of Amon-Ra. So you are like Hercules, half God. So it seems that Alexander loved the idea, and that's why that priest survived and became in control for a long, long time. You see how that's kind of, yes, information most of the people don't know about it, and most of the guides. Amon-Ra is the extraterrestrial being, the spirit or the soul. That is, excusez-moi, Amon-Ra is calling me. is whom is the extraterrestrial power. And Amon only, without any other title, is the manifestation, the physical form. So Amon-Ra, the spiritual form, Amon is the physical form. Amon men is like what we call it the Holocaust. So it's something like the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. So Amon men is half physical, half spiritual. So now this is Amon men. The same shape of Amon, but with penis, erected penis all the time. Very strange. But again, don't forget, these are not sexual scenes. No, this has a meaning, and we will explain the meaning now. So now this is Amon, the physical form. Okay? And this is the king here in this, the front. And this is the papyrus, and here is the lotus. I think where is the lotus? Not here. Why it's dark?
Yeah.
This is the lotus. Okay, so I believe all of you will eat lettuce when you go back to it. Now this is Amon men again with the penis, but now you can see a sperm. Okay, so no sperm here, but that sperm there is a jar of liquid, and that liquid is poured down to clean or to enhance the sperm.
DNA modification.
Very good. Very good. You were there at the time? Yeah. Yeah, so this is Amon men, Amon again. معلش هعمل لك اسم بس انا حتى همشي على. Okay, so now the king is collecting the sperm because that